Well, in the storied, long history of marine rescues in Canada, it's a safe bet that few have ever been rescued by a tiki bar. But a group of friends were having a bachelor party on a floating tiki bar in Halifax Harbour on the weekend when they helped rescue 2 jet skiers in distress. The group of guys were returning to dock after a cruise on Saturday when the captain noticed the pair of jet skiers struggling in the water, not able to get back on their machines. He sailed up to them and all the people aboard pitched in, helping the 2 get on board and securing their watercraft. They even helped the pair get into dry clothes, then returned to shore. Our next guest is the captain of that floating tiki bar, Stefan Jeddry. Stefan, thank you very much for joining us. I have to admit, the tiki bar element to this caught my eye, but it's a very serious story, and you guys did great work. And so walk us through what happened.
Thanks for having me, Ian. Saturday afternoon, I had a group of 11 guys in Halifax celebrating a bachelor party. We left the dock at about 1:30. We sailed into a body of water here in Halifax called the Northwest Arm. And we usually try to spend about a half hour on the Halifax waterfront. And upon our return to the waterfront area, I noticed the 2 jet skiers. The jet skis had capsized, and one of them looked semi-submerged, and they were trying to right one of them. On my way to them, one of them managed to get back on the Sea-Doo, tried to get it going, and then it capsized again. So we immediately headed over. We asked them if they needed some assistance, and definitely these guys, I don't know how long they had been in the water. I'm going to say probably only 2 to 3 minutes, but cold shock was already setting into these individuals. So, I told them, listen, we shut down the party, told the guys, listen, you need to get on the vessel. Don't worry about the jet skis. We'll recover those if we can. But right now, we need to get you guys safely on the boat. All the guys on board, including my crew, were amazing. Very well versed, it seemed, in rescue operations. The party shut down. We quickly went from party mode to rescue mode. We got the 2 on the vessel and got them out back. I have a room behind the vessels that we store a lot of our supplies. We put them back there. We got them some dry clothes. I have extra shirts, and we have blankets on the vessel so that we kept them nice and warm. While my crew was helping them, the guys that were, supposed to be out having a bachelor party, helped me secure the 2 Sea-Doos. We got those alongside and headed for the dock.
Yeah, great story, Stefan. So I am really curious. I mean, you talked about it, but describe it a little bit more. That moment where you go from, party mode on Halifax Harbour on a Saturday afternoon, and then all of a sudden people start to realize things are serious. And I'll bet it was like maybe you and the crew that realized it before the partiers did. But tell us about that transition.
Well, ironically, I was just on a course 2 weeks ago here in Dartmouth, a domestic vessel safety course. So the effects of cold shock and the discussion of hypothermia was pretty fresh in my mind. So as soon as I saw the jet skis spinning and they were not able to right them, I said, we have a problem here. So immediately I told the guys, shut the music off. And as soon as that happened, I think that's where it kind of switched for them. Like, wait a second now, this is serious. And from that moment on, any instructions I gave to the guys, they followed to a T. They're really good. I only realized after the fact, one was a police officer, one was a firefighter. So, first responders were on the vessel with us, and you could tell, they had been maybe not on a boat rescue before, but they knew what needed to be done. So it was right at that moment where I said, shut the music off, that I think everybody kind of said, we have a situation here.
Yeah, we got less than a minute now, but whether it's on the East Coast like you are, the West Coast like I am, or anybody who might be on the water on a lake in between, what's the lesson here?
Ian, people got to be safe. You know what? Wear your life jackets. Make sure that your vessel is safe. Inspect everything. I heard potentially one of them was taking on water. Check these things before you hit the water. Here in Atlantic Canada, our water right now is between 6 and 8 degrees. You'll get cold shock very, very quickly. So let someone know, be safe, let them know, wear your gear, make sure your gear all works properly, and just have fun. We have a beautiful waterway, and there's many across this country. Enjoy them, but in a fun and safe way.
Yeah, that's a great message. I got to tell you, Halifax, one of my favorite cities. I love the view behind you there of downtown Halifax from Dartmouth. And I love your story, right? You go from party mode one moment to rescue mode another, and it's a story with a happy ending. Stefan Jeddry, owner and captain of Tiki Tours Halifax. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ian, and I'll see you on the tiki boat sometime.
Perfect. I love that. I'll do that for sure.
All right. Have a great night.